you do fashion, you do Facebook ads, we know it. What is the most important key levers in the way you're dropshipping right now? What do you spend 80% of your time to?
I'll click reels, I'll click like photos. This method takes a lot longer, but it's found at least like three winners for me. It's like found the one that like I'm currently doing good with.
When do you scale the campaign to higher budgets?
I've just been doing it at midnight every day.
What is the biggest golden nugget that you can give to people who are watching that you have implemented into your business? For some reason, fucking skyrollered the shit out of it. I'm here in a call right now, the Ritik. He's been scaling to 10K days, multiple six-figure months as well with us. And yeah, man, I asked him, bro, drop some bombs here for YouTube. So yeah, man, welcome in here, brother Ritik. So, bro, please introduce yourself, man.
My name is Ritik. I joined ecom here back in February-ish, and it was my first time ever getting into fashion dropshipping. I've done ecom before with beauty, shapewear. I had some decent success, but as soon as I started doing fashion, it was just a whole different game. So I had to start my way back up, and just throughout the course, joining the calls. I've had my ups and downs, but I was eventually able to get to 10K days and, just keep scaling, learning back
Nice.
end, and it's been really good. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna tap into it all of it in the call, bro. I'm gonna squeeze a bunch of information out of you that's also fine for you. Where are you right now, bro? You have a crazy view out there. You told me you're traveling.
Yeah. I'm in uh I'm in Anaheim right now. So I was just in Palm
Disneyland,
Springs
though?
yesterday.
You
Not
said
Disneyland,
Disneyland?
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna go in a few hours.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I was actually supposed to go
Nice,
to
enjoy.
Mexico, but I ended up here. Yeah.
Yeah, why did you go to Mexico? What happened?
Just the flight kind of got messed up, canceled. So
Mm.
I was able to hop on a flight LA just pretty easily. So now I'm here.
Nice, nice. So you've been doing ecom already for a couple of years and you tried like one product
Uh,
stores, etc. Or
yeah, so a
since
couple of
when?
years since I'd say 2022, maybe like mid 2022.
Yeah,
That that's when I joined your buddy's mentorship.
Jamboro, yeah?
Uh, yeah, and I did decently well. I think I was maybe doing like 5, 6K days with beauty.
Yeah.
I was selling like hair removers and stuff like that, and it was going well,
Hmm.
but it wouldn't like last very long. And like I would take the branding approach, and it still wouldn't last very long. And then eventually I got into like things like shapewear, and it was all TikTok ads. So you already know
Mm.
how TikTok ads are. They're very
Tell me,
inconsistent,
how is it?
you
Like,
know.
I know it, but you can talk about how is TikTok compared to Facebook?
How do I explain? Like I guess it's easier to like it is easier to scale in the beginning because I know back then the CPMs were cheaper and stuff. It's not the same how it was like 3 years ago, but it
Hmm.
was a lot. The CPMs were cheaper. It was easier to sell cheaper products and like not have to worry about high AOV and still be able to make like a good profit. Very inconsistent. Like you would get a winner, it would last like maybe a couple weeks and it would just die out and you know. It was
You
also
couldn't
a big
really,
creatives game.
yeah, you couldn't, was it very hard to build systems around like TikTok so you can actually chill and stuff outside? I feel like with TikTok, it's so hands on where you don't really have
Yeah,
the
it is.
freedom. You don't really have freedom, right? With what we're doing, you get a bunch of freedom, right? With the
Yeah,
systems we
like
can build.
with TikTok, you were able to like, downscale and like surf throughout the whole day, which was pretty sick. Because some people would like I'd see some people get to like 50K days within just like a day or two or something like that. But
Yeah.
no, I never got to that level with TikTok, but it was a really easy to surf with TikTok back then.
Hmm.
So yeah,
So what is
but
your
just
roots?
inconsistent.
So like, what's your roots and where do you live?
So my parents are Indian. They're from India. I was born in Canada, so I spent most of my life here up in India once. But no, I'm Indian Canadian, I'd say.
That's nice. That's nice. And
Yeah.
like, have you been doing ecom full time now, or do you have a side job? And
No,
like, if
full
no,
full time now, yeah. So last year I was working at a family business, a restaurant. So I did do ecom before that, but then as soon as we opened the family business, I got distracted and, worked on that. So I kind of fell out of ecom. But no, lately this has just been my full-time thing.
So tell us about like what kind of numbers have you done last month, like the last 30 days in the program, and also at the same time, like what was like your peak revenue that you were doing?
So right now is I'm at 122K in the last 30 days. And before that I've done maybe like around 100 before, but it was always like it was always just like, I'd get it for 1 month and then I wouldn't get it again for another few months. But with Facebook lately, like especially with fashion, it's just been a bit more steady, like learning the systems here is just like you know what to do to not like fall off and just go from like here to down there and stuff. But
Then what
yeah,
would you
those are my numbers. Sorry,
then?
go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. So it's been more consistent. Like I've seen your wins, like 10K day. I think your max, the highest you did was 13K in a day. We had like a
12.
call before you, 12K in a day. Sorry,
Like 12 and a half, yeah.
12 and a half. Okay, crazy.
Yeah.
So and then but then you're saying it's more consistent. While most people they will say, yeah, but fashion, I don't know, it's like a refund, it can be inconsistent. You're saying the opposite. And you have tried different types of dropship before. So why do you say it?
Because in my experience, like I feel when you work with just one product, it's not always easy to make it work with just that one product. With fashion, there's almost like unlimited amount of like products you can test to keep your numbers consistent because there's always another, item that you can get popping off. But the way I see it with branding was the, sometimes there can be certain seasons where your product just won't hit, no matter how many good creatives you test. So
Yeah,
that's in my experience, like if one product just dies down, then there's another that can get you back to your normal numbers. So
nice. That's nice,
so
bro.
it's all on you end of the day. Like if you're consistently testing, then you won't
Yeah.
fall off.
When did you join the program, bro?
I believe it was late January, maybe.
Late January,
Yeah,
2025, huh?
February
Okay.
2025. Yeah.
So how long did it take you to go like, let's say like 100K a month? So 10 months?
I did maybe I think I did it maybe like a month and a half after.
Oh,
Yeah, I
oh
did
shit,
it
in 1.5 months.
in March, yeah, maybe like March or something like that.
Damn. Did
That
you
was
join a
probably
one
my
on
first.
did you join a one-on-one coaching?
No.
Only with the group coaching. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
just
bro.
with the group coaching. So I did, obviously I had ecom experience before.
Yeah.
So like I mean like it's maybe like a month and a half into the program I was doing like 5K days or something, 4 or 5K
Yeah,
days.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but then, okay, so I like this because then you did like 5K day after like 2 months in the program, and then you dipped, right? It fell
Mhm.
off, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can imagine. So why do you think it fell off, and how did you manage to recover again from that point to like, let's say, to what you're doing right now, between 5K and 10K a day, and like doing like six-figure months? Like what made you like suck down? Because this is, I mean, I think it's cool. I'm happy when I see somebody do nice numbers for the first time in their lives, but I know
Hmm.
it's way harder than when you fall off, which will happen to everybody at some point, also happened to me. Like, how can you, like, when you go up, you can make it back again? So, like, tell me.
So I think the reason I fell off was because just from my mindset before, because I also used to, testing very little amount of products and not testing very many products as soon as I did find the winner.
Yeah,
So eventually it did just die out, and it was hard for me to just find another one that would be like a winner. So the difference now is just I'm still consistently testing like multiple products a day, and now I'm like scaling multiple at a time in different markets, especially. I guess that's been able to keep the numbers consistent
I
versus
see.
back then where it was just one market, one product.
Yeah.
And
And
last time. when I did get into the program a month and a half uh in, I was targeting worldwide, and it was doing
Oh,
pretty okay, not gonna lie, which is
it
weird.
was
Yeah,
it was good.
it was doing like that's what got me to 4 or 5K days in the beginning. Yeah,
Why did you stop doing that?
I still t target worldwide on like a certain store. It actually doesn't
Okay,
work. Not too. It works not too bad. Yeah.
okay, because the store you are doing well right now is US only, correct?
The one I'm doing the most well with is US, and the one I'm doing the second most well with is worldwide.
Okay, 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 makes
Yeah.
sense. So,
Yeah.
what was for you like the key to start like your own business? What happened with you that you was like, what am I doing? I need to start a business.
Um, well, I guess it was when I got out of high school. My grades weren't the best, and I don't know, college was never really in the books for me. As soon as I got out of school, I didn't go immediately to college. I just started working, and I guess in my spare time, I would see all these videos about like ecom, all these ads I would get, and it just the idea really got to me. And I did go to school for a bit, maybe like 6 months, and then I stopped. This is like when COVID happened, so that was kind of my way out. But I didn't really take advantage of COVID. I was mostly just pretty lazy during that period.
Hmm.
Eventually, I just decided that it's what I wanted to do, and yeah, and then I started.
Yeah. So, like, with how much money did you start?
Oh, very minimal, I'd say maybe like $1,500, 2,000.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay, interesting. So yeah, so for those listening, yeah, you can start with e-com at $1,500. I mean, I started with like 1.8K, 2K, something like that,
yeah.
similar to you. I
I
also
was
didn't have
working at the same time, so it was nice to have cash flow.
same. So you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
working at your family's business restaurant, right?
exactly. Yeah.
That's nice, bro. That's nice. So, do you plan on like traveling a lot now or something, or do you like to stay in one place? Like, what do you prefer?
I do like to stay in one place. Honestly, I don't like to be away from like the office for too long. So my plan won't be to travel much, but this has been a trip plan for a while. So yeah, but
I see.
I'll probably like to be home most of the time, just working.
Nice. So, what kind of changes did you had to make to switch from like one product stores, TikTok drop shipping, what worked for very shortly for you, right? Never really big
hmm
success with it, to making the change to fashion, right? So what made it all so sustainable for you? What kind of changes in terms of your systems did you make and mindset switch did you have to make for that?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't know if it was actually the best thing to do. It was just that, well, when I started getting back into ecom in like November, December,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying my method of like TikTok ads again, and testing the beauty products, like testing like gadgets. Like I've even like scaled like a toy with TikTok before, right? Not very high, but I just got back into testing things like that, like the old method, but it just wasn't working. So I think like in January when I started seeing your stuff, I actually didn't know too much about like that you even like fashion was like your biggest thing, because I would just see you on Twitter before, and like I would really just focus on like the like vague stuff you would post, like maybe like mindset stuff, and just
Yeah.
like some of the things you would post. And like I even knew on Twitter when you were the Michael, what is it, Corleen or something? That was
Really?
you, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2021? No way, bro. That's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy, bro. You never told me that. You remember me from 2021 where I was anonymous on X. Okay.
Yeah, when you were anonymous, yeah. And so I didn't even know fashion was like the biggest thing you taught. So at the time I've already purchased a course. That's when they started going like fashion, fashion, fashion. I'm like, okay, well, I have to do it now. And I just started testing it. Yeah.
You're like, ah,
You
damn,
know,
I didn't know that. You were expecting some different shit. And then
yeah, I have to open my mind. I'm not going to just be like oh well, I'm only used to beauty, or I only want to do branding. Like this is what you guys are telling me, so I have to just like put my ego down and just like open my ears, you know? Like I feel like some people just want to do what they think is best and what, what they want to do or what they like to do, and they like branding, so they want to do branding. You know, they like beauty, so they want to do beauty. I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
make money, just kind of open your ears and sometimes do what you don't want to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, look, I really like the quote, um, "Find work that plays for, do work that feels like play to you, and work for others." But if you
hmm
just start out with business, you really have no choice, right? When you
yeah,
first like on the way to make your first six figures or even seven figures, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. There's
yeah.
no passion. It's just about hustle, hustle, and make it. And then once you have some better cash flow, then you can look for that passion project. And for me, the same. Like with what we're doing right now with ecom, dropshipping, branding, whatever it may all be, I don't have a big passion for it. I honestly don't. And I tell this to everybody. So I don't
I feel
necessarily
like,
enjoy. Yeah,
no, I was just gonna say, I feel like passion comes with like knowledge and being good at something, you know?
yeah,
I feel like you can't be passionate about anything you kind of suck at. And in the beginning, when you do start ecom, you do suck. You're not the best because you don't know everything you need to know. And
yeah,
I think passion comes with being good at something. And when you just know you're crushing it, how could you not be passionate about it?
yeah.
Like
You know.
even in this one, like even in this one Tate video, he's like, do you think the Chinese billionaire is passionate about concrete? You think he goes down and kisses the concrete? No, but he's making billions from it, right?
Very true. It's true. And
Yeah,
it's like, hey, oh, Fark, I didn't expect it that you were selling to overaged Karens 45 plus with your fashion stores. And I'm like, do I care? It's just, we just got to
yeah,
print, hustle, and survive, bro. Like I got a family to take care of. And it's just that, like I honestly don't care. Like I just tried a bunch of business models in my life. And then it's like, oh, fashion works and it works. I make money with it. I make a living for it. I'm very blessed. I live an amazing life, right? I'm very aware of it. So
and now
yeah,
you're
and
good
that's
at
just
it too.
basically it.
So
I mean, yeah, I try to. So this is just basically it. There's nothing more. So there's no passion in there. But the passion it comes from building. I think you've seen the same, right? When you crossed the first 10K day. Like what was your feeling?
yeah, it was amazing. I'm like, wow, like you can
Yeah.
make some real money out of this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Really that's it. So
Yeah, I
what
think
I
I
want.
think it comes from like I think like fulfillment comes from like growth and stuff, knowing you're getting better and like reaching newer heights. If you were just stuck at the same level, you would just get no
Yeah.
true like like dopamine hit from it, like
Yeah.
no fulfillment.
So, so right now you're in Palm Springs, California, right? So why did you
Right
decide to,
right now I'm
or
in Anaheim, which is about an hour and a half away from Palm Springs
okay, why did you
to
decide to
drop.
go there? Just chill?
Yeah, just to chill. I was supposed to go to Mexico, but the flight kind of like we kind of missed it, and well, the like my girlfriend's a flight attendant, so we were able to hop on a round trip here.
Yeah, and just chilling a little bit. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm just
That's good,
chilling.
bro.
Yeah,
That's good, bro. I like, so,
I
bro.
don't
So,
really, I haven't drank in 9 months, like alcohol. So I just
oh,
when I go on vacation now, I just kind of explore and hang out. Yeah,
do you drink then? Like in those
I
vacations?
no, right now I haven't. I haven't drank in the last 9, 10 months. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. So, bro, let me ask you this: what is like the biggest obstacles that you have faced with ecom? Right? What is like the things that you somehow it's like big obstacles and then now with what you're doing, like how did it fix also at the same time, you know like how did you go
Well,
about it?
I think the best things you guys told me was just like how much you guys talk about backend and
Yeah.
just how much like how important I've made customer service, how much I've really looked into product quality and checking with the supplier on that because before back then that was never even like a thought of mine to even look into product quality So because of that, it's a lot less, chargebacks or even refunds. Mm, even installing something like chargeback.io, I've never even used things like that before.
Hmm.
So that was another thing those used to be obstacles for me.
Yeah.
Like a reserve can fuck everything up for you. It can ruin your whole momentum. So
Oh yeah,
that's
bro.
been an
Oh.
obstacle for me before, yeah.
Hmm.
Especially not
Oh.
being able to like touch your cash for like 120 days or whatever the thing is. It can be detrimental.
You ever had a hold? You ever had a hold
I
yourself?
have, yeah. I've had holds even like when I used to do TikTok ads, like 20, 25%. It's just been like,
Shopify payments,
it's
right?
just been Shopify payments. I've only ever done Shopify payments, yeah. I've done PayPal before a couple times. Like I've tried selling in like Germany and stuff, but it wouldn't last long. I would be able to get like a couple of profitable days with Germany and stuff, but it would never like last too long.
Bro, like I used to print in Germany. Germany still works. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah, I believe that.
yeah, but I don't know if you joined my group call today. I did, and I had a guys who asked me about selling. He said, "I have a good PayPal now, good backend. I want to start German market. Do you recommend it?" I said, "Hell no." I said, "I don't recommend it." There's some
Yeah,
guys who crush it in German market, but bro, the refund rate is so high. Like it's just Germans. They know how to abuse PayPal, where it comes to a point where I mean, if you make, from my experience, right, if you're gonna make 1 million a month right now in Germany with selling fashion, you have credit card, PayPal, look at that, like maybe 150K profit you thought you made. Look at it after 3 months, recalculate back with your finance team. It's gonna be so low. It's probably gonna
yeah,
go to probably 5, 6%, maybe even to those numbers. So I mean, you still make profit. It's nice, but it's like you could have put that effort in a different market and make way more money. So
yeah,
it's
thousand
just
percent.
yeah, yeah. And I really liked it that you said like about that we discussed the backend. I mean, I try to talk about backend every single day. So because you also notice yourself, right? At some point, you understand how to find these winning products, and then the systems, etc. But then it's like, oh, how am I gonna make sure I can continue doing this? That's always been for me a horror, right? It's like up and down all the time. Um, and it also fucks up as well with your mental health. Have you also noticed it, or like how do you go about like mentally in this game? How do you keep on going at your end? What do you do?
Um, to be honest, it is kind of hard to deal with when nothing's working, but I guess what's been keeping me going mentally is just having a community because it's nice knowing you're not in the game alone because people
Yeah.
are also failing with you, but also people are succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you see the wins, you just think these people didn't start off with much and maybe they started off maybe less than you. Maybe they started off, maybe they're not even smarter than you, who knows? And they still were able to make it succeed. So
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to know that they pushed through and they got the results they wanted. And
Yeah.
that's all you're missing, you know? You just need to push through and the results will happen.
Yeah. I agree, man. Yeah, that's really something, bro. That's why I always push everybody. Go, guys, post the wins. Post the wins. You have no idea who you're inspiring. You don't know
Yeah,
that there's somebody out there right now who has tested or who has spent money on ads, thousands, and didn't work out. And they're
yeah,
about to give up before sleeping. And they see a win from somebody they talked with maybe a week ago, and then they see the win. They're like, "Oh shit! So it is possible." It's like this more relatable thing is so important. So, bro, what is like for you something you have seen with course and mentorship? How do you go about that? Right? What is your opinion in the game of course and mentorships? Have you ever been scammed before? Maybe, for example, you don't have to say names, but how do you go about, for example, picking the right mentorship, or let's say even like a community?
well, I haven't been in many, so I guess I'm pretty selective with it. I think the way I go about picking a mentorship is looking at their free stuff,
Mm-hmm.
seeing if it's valuable, seeing if I like what I hear. Like I said with you, I didn't even know fashion was your biggest thing, but it's just who I like. I respected you as a person, you know. I liked
Hmm.
what you had to say, and there's just something about someone where you can tell whether you can trust them or not. So I haven't been like scammed or anything, but I wouldn't say I have been in any bad mentorships yet because look, I've been able to get results here. I've been able to get results in the last one. I guess just being in this one brought me to like a newer height.
Hmm.
Um, I would say if you like the value the person is giving online for free and they look like someone you can trust and you know that you like align with, then I would say that's the right person to go to.
Hmm. Nice. Okay. Very solid answer, by the way. Very solid answer. If somebody already has good free value online, imagine what they have in their paid group. I mean, it should be better. It's supposed to be like
It's yeah,
that.
yeah. If they have sauce on YouTube, they have crazy super sauce on their
Yeah, it should be
mentorship.
like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of how I do it as well. To be honest, that's just how I do it. Very simple. I like to show more. I mean, I flex sometimes. It's fun. You know what I mean? But everybody knows that it's always that push is like more on the value on how I as well present myself online. But bro, I want to talk about the more technical side of ecom right now. So you're selling in the US, you're doing fashion, you do Facebook ads, we know it. What is the most important? So let's first talk about the most important part. I want to ask you that, and then we're going to go more and more technical. What is the most important key levers in the way you're dropshipping right now? Like what do you spend like 80% of your time to?
Well, what I spend most of my time doing is, to be honest, just like product and market research. Um, I don't really spend too much time, I guess, doing like looking at how do I say it, like looking at creatives, but I am always in the ad library. I do use spy softwares a decent amount, um, and just testing other markets. I guess that's what I'm spending most of my time doing. And just in the ads manager. That's what I do all day, I guess. Other than
Market.
obviously talking to my back end every day, like in the morning with like my suppliers, my VAs, and yeah, that's what I
So
do.
market research and media buying, correct?
Yes, yes.
So in terms of market research, how do you find the winning products?
Well, there's a couple of softwares I use. I've tried Winning Hunter, I've tried TP Ads. Um, they've found a couple of winners for me. I actually spend a lot of time just scrolling on Instagram. So,
Oh,
you know, yeah, I do. I will search up, what I'll do is I'll search up, like, say if it's a jacket, I'll search up jacket in a different language. I'll search up seket, which means like, it means jacket in like Turkish, or it means jacket in, what's another? I think maybe it means jacket in Denmark as well. But I'll click reels, I'll click like photos, I'll scroll like this takes a lot of effort because it's kind of hard to like find the like product you like. You have to like screenshot it and check on AliExpress if they even source it. So this method takes a lot longer, but it's found at least like three winners for me. It's like found the one that like I'm currently doing good with. But yeah, I just go on Instagram, I scroll through products on there and just check back with AliExpress, see if I can sell it, and that method's done pretty well for me.
the brain rotten method, where you just like,
Yeah,
you comment, share, you engage for hours and hours every day, and then you just
yeah,
get a crazy feed. But do you use like a
yeah.
burner account for it?
No, I just use my regular account.
Just your own account. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting, man. This is the first time I hear somebody who does fashion is saying this. I've seen people talk about it on YouTube before, usually
Mhm.
gurus, but I was like, does that
No,
shit really
but
work in 2025?
I
You know?
think that's kind of different is they're looking for ads that are already running. I just look for like random like products like people have posted, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah. Like a random lady posted picture in this like dress or something, then I'll screenshot it, I'll scan it on AliExpress, see if AliExpress sells it, and then I'll test it. So I won't really test like active ads. I'll just find like brand new products kind of.
Bro, that's a weird strategy, bro. But it works. What the
It's
hell,
worked.
bro?
It's
What the
worked a couple
hell, bro?
times.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Who told you about
Like
this?
I've
You just randomly found out yourself, or what do you mean?
no, it's kind of like doing like the AliExpress method where you're just scrolling through AliExpress. But the way I do it is I like to I like to test content that's a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Okay.
um I'll look around like that, yeah.
Nice. 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 So,
And AI's been like been able to make it pretty easy to test like nicer ads.
what AI tools are you using right now?
Uh I use I use Google Gemini a lot. I don't know. Have you guys tried that ever?
We did a little bit, but we played around more with Canva, Arcat, and with Higgsfield.
Yeah.
Not Gemini so much yet. But how is it? Very
I
good.
I feel like Gemini makes the most realistic like photos ever. Like if you were able to like
Shit.
upload a picture of yourself and you wanted to like I feel like if you use ChatGPT or like other softwares, they change up your face a little and they make it like look a little glitchy. But Google Gemini, in my experience, has been able to like make make the like let's say if you're editing a dress onto someone, like it's been
Yeah.
able to make it look the most identical.
Then what do you usually test? Like statics or is it video ads? What do you usually do?
I'd say I test about 60%, 70% video.
So you make with
Yeah.
Gemini video ads.
No, no, I make pictures with Gemini. With video ads, I just use CapCut or something, edit it a bit.
Do you copy paste a lot from competitors?
Yeah, I use competitors. I even find videos on like TikTok or something, or even Instagram. But like I do come from a background of TikTok ads, so I've kind of learned how to like make decently nice ads, like that
Mm-hmm.
are because on TikTok back then, like people had small attention span, so you would like the main focus was always like make an ad that would catch people's attention
Crazy
in the
hook.
first 1 or 2 seconds.
Crazy hook,
Crazy
right?
hook, right?
Yeah.
And I think from my experience with TikTok, I've been able to learn how to make ads that kind of are scroll stopping. Like
Nice.
even though it's fashion, just do something in the beginning that catches people off guard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh,
Okay. I like you have a kind of a different approach and it works for the US. So like how do you pick the right markets? Do you do lots of research in different markets also when you do Winning Hunter or Dropship.io, maybe even use, I don't know, some different apps? Do you like what do you then do? Do you like, for example, also look at different markets and make stores there and test also there? Or just only take products from different markets and just test only and focus on one store in the US, which you have right now?
I guess I've done a bit of both. It's true, I do mostly take products from other markets and test in the US, but like since being in the mentorship, I've scaled in the UK before. I've also scaled low numbers in Denmark, but those are the only markets I've tested. But I do test other markets at the same time.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
And bro, what about, for example, let me ask you this. So like, how do you test and scale? So you do Facebook ads, obviously, but then how do you test and scale?
I test with just the normal $50 camp CBO. Um, I run my ads in Canadian, so that's like $70 here. So I'll just put like a $70 CBO. I actually just do three ad sets. I just do no interest. I do engage shopper and online retail, and I'll just test like that. Because like even what Hamza's been talking about, he's like he doesn't even really test interest right now. So
Yep.
I have been testing the two interest, the online retail and engage shopper one, but I've just been setting the CBO with those three ad sets, and then maybe like three video ads if I'm testing.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
in the
So
beginning of the in the well, actually in the beginning of the course when I did join like in March, from when from running TikTok ads, the way it worked was you would have an ad set that was doing well, and you would just duplicate that ad set 5 times, right? So
I
when
know.
I joined, I would just like make like three other CBOs, you know? Like that was my way of scaling. I would never go from like 50 to 100 to 200. I would just go like duplicate more CBOs. And I
Hmm.
think that's what kept my results a little less consistent in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now, because now I just double the budget and just do it the way like you guys would do it.
So because you know it's funny because the way you're talking about, which is horizontal scaling with the same campaign, same offer, same lender, etc. That's what I used to do
Yeah.
as well back in the days, and it worked. But now,
On Facebook?
yeah, yeah, of course, that's
Okay.
how I scaled the
Yeah.
hardest in the beginning. So, well, I would test a
Hmm.
product, and then I had one campaign of $50, and I would keep it, never change it, and I would constantly duplicate the campaign. 100, and then 24 hours later, oh, it's scaling, okay, 200, I also up with it, you know. So not vertical
Hmm.
scaling, which is in the campaign. So, and then what would happen, I would always have a safe haven of one or two campaigns that still perform, and the other one, it will go, you know, like I will try to scale or still keep on duplicating horizontally. But now the game has changed, and now if you do that, it has like way worse results, and you start competing against yourself. It's just Facebook how
Yeah.
they did it, which kind of makes sense. So you just gotta scale vertically is the best possible way. Yeah, it changed.
I totally agree with that now because even like campaigns that I guess like we're doing really good like almost 2 months ago or something, I randomly turned one on like last week and it's performing well again,
Yeah,
you know? If I were to like duplicate that campaign, it wouldn't work like that again, I believe.
no. Hmm.
Yeah.
And it's good that you said it because that works also for us really well. We have a bunch of campaigns in some stores, even stores we run right now or the ones we don't run anymore, that if it's just at some point after a few months or sometimes even after a few weeks, the campaign it dies out. And then a few months later, we just relaunched again. We just turn it on. That's it. And
Hmm.
then 50-50, it's like profitable again. And we scale it. Sometimes we even scale it to like 5K or 10K budgets. It's crazy. It's so random, you know? And
I
it
just
does
think,
happen.
yeah, like coming from like where my like the tactics and like the mindset I had on TikTok, like it's sometimes it's hard to switch over, you know, like how things work on Facebook. You gotta like destroy all that information and like just like open your mind up again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You gotta break your old beliefs kind of.
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. I have it's very similar, bro. Like I'm also building a brand, for example, right now. I have the same. I'm building a lot of the beliefs that I have right now as well with it. I
Hmm.
know. Yeah, so I want to ask you this. Let me check. So, in terms of scaling, how do you do it?
Um, what do you mean specifically?
Scaling. So, like, you have a campaign of $50, it's working good. When do you scale the campaign to higher budgets?
Oh, I've just been doing it at midnight every day. Um, I haven't tried search scaling on like Facebook like that, but basically like when I got to those like 10K plus days, I'd say I did test multiple campaigns on the side with like edited ads, like different
Mm-hmm.
variations and maybe tried interest once in a while and also different products, but like say like the one campaign that was doing the best, I would just go from like 50 to 100 to 200 to 400 to 800 and then just
Nice.
like that. And then
What?
whenever it would do bad, I would just scale it back down. So like say if it was like 16 like 800 it was doing bad, I would just go back to 400 and sometimes that campaign would start picking up again. So it's just kind of about finding your sweet spot.
What about, for example, in your case, what you have seen, bro? So, what is the biggest golden nugget that you can give to people who are watching that you have implemented into your business and that just for some reason fucking skyrocketed the shit out of it?
I would say just I would just say spend most of your time doing market research and stuff like that because I feel like it's like that analogy with like if I were trying to chop a tree down and I only had 8 hours, I would spend like the first four sharpening the axe. So when you do
Hmm.
product research, I don't know if I got the quote right, but I'm just saying it.
I know what you mean. I know what
But
you mean. Yeah.
yeah. I would spend most of my time like sharpening the axe, like do product
Nice.
research, do market research, know what you're testing, because if you're just blindly testing, you're not going to get results like that. It would be like spend most like do product research, do market research, do a really good test, go back, reevaluate, you know, then back to the drawing board like that.
Yeah. And this is great. You gave a great answer when people also tell me, yeah, but you're doing random drop shipping, you're just throwing random products to the wall, hoping that they're going to work out. But I mean, also, even in your case, also, you said like it doesn't work like that. There's actually numbers, data, and intuition backed into your decisions on why you test specific
It's
products and
calculated.
some you don't. Yeah, people don't understand that. I agree, bro. It's very true.
Hmm.
So, you talked about the backend, right? It's and I'd
Hmm.
like to tap more into this as well with you. So, how have you structured your backend in order to scale for to six figures a month consistently? Like, how does your team look like right now?
Well, to be honest, my team is just one one VA. She works like very hard and she's active most of the time.
Yeah.
And then I have someone doing product listing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still doing media buying because I think that's an important thing that I guess in the beginning you should be like you should be the one handling that. Um, it's just two people on my team right now, I'd say, other than like the supplier and someone I've recently hired to do emails.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mhm. So
Nice.
that's
And
all for my
you
team.
also have Chargeback IO helping you a lot in the backend, right?
Yeah, I've tried that. I've tried Disputify for one store. They both work fine.
Nice. Nice to hear, bro. Yeah, bro. This is actually very great. Is there one last thing you would like to say, bro? We had a lot of topics, which I really like. What is like
Hmm.
one last thing, like you would like to say to the audience in here, especially because the people who are watching right now, they're probably on the fence of like almost failing or just starting with drop shipping. What is your takeaway you want to give them?
I would just say, obviously, the generic line, don't give up, and be really calculated with your moves. Like, don't go in there testing blindly, thinking like throwing shit on the wall and hoping it sticks. Uh, Take a step back, think about your next move, and test it.
Nice.
Reevaluate and test it. You know, do your research and just study.
Yeah. Study, bro. They studied,
Yep.
bro. Nice. Yeah, man. Where can they find you, brother? Tell them.
I guess you can message me on Discord. I've posted in the Wins chat a couple times,
Yeah, you're active,
and
bro. I know. You're active.
yeah, I have Instagram as well. I guess I'll leave that somewhere.
Yeah, what's your
Um,
IG?
it's at Ritik Chawla, so
Yeah,
RITIKCHAWLA.
nice. Check him out, guys, and connect with him. You know, Ritik is very open with giving value and helping also other people out. And make sure to give value first to him if you message him. Right, Ritik has a lot of stuff to give. So yeah, man, guys, thank you very much for watching. And as I said as well, of course, if you want to learn as well how we can help you so scale to the moon with ecom, check out the link in the description. If not, keep on watching. We like to give free value. Yeah, that was very much it. Ciao.